Hi everyone, I'm here with the astrology of May 12th through the 18th. So this is going to be a really interesting week because what we're seeing is a lot of, I want to say envy, I want to say anger, frustrations, misunderstandings, a lot of really, I want to say confrontational energy this entire week. It's made to provoke a catalyst of change. It's made to provoke, I want to say, a stirrup, but it might be something where you might find yourself explosive or you might find yourself in high guard. It starts off with a full moon in the sign of Scorpio, which I've been warning everybody about. So my biggest takeaway from the entire week is keep your head down, keep yourself prayed up and meditated up and protected, and just open your ears and open your eyes to see what's coming at you and why it's coming at you. There can be a lot of revelations if you know how to steer the energy correctly for your benefit. Like always, if you want to go directly to the days of the week, you can go to the description part below. The timestamps are there. If you need an appointment with me, you can go through my website. The description part below has a link to my website. And I'd love for you guys to be part of the family. So if you'd like to subscribe, you know how to click that button. We'll see you the next time. So let's talk about this interesting energy for Monday. First, we have Mercury in Taurus. Mercury Taurus is all about communications that can break down walls. You're actually going to see this energy a lot throughout the week. Secondly, we have a square energy, which is like a confrontation energy with Pluto in Aquarius. Remember that Pluto is in retrograde, so this is amplifying the, I want to say, abrasive effects of Pluto. And then we also have the full moon in Scorpio. So again, this is really, it's like supercharged for fights and misunderstandings, but there's a reason for the fights and misunderstandings. So the square energy in Pluto and Aquarius, it closes eyes, it closes minds, and it closes hearts. So what do I mean by that? That means that, the emotional connection you might have with another person, you don't care about it. You don't want to see the truth of a situation. You don't want to hear the truth of a situation. You're just spewing out all this stuff that's coming out of your mouth. Secondly, it amplifies the energy of stubbornness, and it also amplifies the energy of your ego self. I am not a person that believes we should kill the ego. I think ego is there for a very good reason. It's bad when the ego overpowers our conscious mind and our good senses. And this is what I'm seeing with this full moon. Now, we also have this with the energy of Scorpio. Scorpio is very ambitious, very passionate, very like, I need it and I need it now kind of energy. But the thing is that it also deals with other people's money, other people's resources, other people's things. It's also things that are hidden within ourselves. It's also things that might cloud our judgment. So what I'm seeing with this energy is that you will notice the things that others have and you do not. And it will provoke envy. It will provoke lust. It will provoke the wrath and vengeance feeling because it's unfair. Why is it that I have it and that person does not? And so I feel like this entire thing is geared up to, I guess, provoke a fight, right? And that's what I feel that people must be protected from. The fact that everything is lined up to instigate a fight. And words will be spoken that will literally break down foundations that have been created because of, I want to say, fogged minds, misunderstandings, and misinterpretations of energy. I need you to keep in mind also that the energy of a full moon affects 3 days before and 3 days after. So you might have already started feeling effects of this moon like around Friday of last week. And it will continue till the 15th of this week. And so I would say do anything that is spiritual wards, spiritual protection, spiritual clearing. Anything that is like praying, connecting to your ancestors, devotionals, anything that your belief system says that would be the appropriate thing to stay protected. And remember that the best offense is a good defense. If you are defended and you're defending what's yours and you're protecting what's yours, you will be able to deflect this negative energy and make it mirror back to the people that are sending it. And it's interesting because I am seeing a lot of 1001, which is a mirror number. I've also seen a lot of like, it's just whenever you look at the clock and everything is like mirrored, the same number but backwards. I've been seeing a lot of that. And so it talks about mirroring back the energy that is coming towards you. You really don't have to do anything for that to happen. Just keeping yourself protected. It's like, you know that saying, I am rubber, you are glue, whatever you say to me will bounce off of me and stick back to you. It's kind of like that. So be the rubber, be the thing like Teflon that it just slides off of you and it sticks back to the person that sends it. And you'll see how much more angry throughout the week these people will become because of the energy, but also it's going to force them to have to deal with their own shit because it's not your responsibility to take care of another person's trauma. It's their responsibility to do so. Yes, they went through it. Yes, it's terrible, but the person that went through it is a person that needs to fix it. Okay? It's not other people around you that have to carry you and fix it. So remember that, okay? So Mello, thank you so much, and we'll see you the next time. Now, Tuesday, this 13th. I have to tell you ahead of time, the energy around this week is very abrasive. And though there might be many different ways to interpret these, I want to say astrology, I'm going to interpret it in a way that is confrontational. And the reason for it was because we have Pluto in a retrograde till October 15th. Okay. We also have all this energy of the full moon and stuff. It's showing me that these are not readings that you would say, oh, butterflies and rainbows. This is be aware of the potential negative applications of these energies. So for this Tuesday, we have the moon in Sagittarius, and we have a trine in Venus and Aries. Now, we have Aries and Sagittarius that are both fire signs, and we have it paired up with the planet of Venus, which is all about I want it. It's what you want, your desire. Okay. Venus energy is very positive for you to go towards your goals and to create these ambitions that you have for your future. But when it's connected with toxic energy, it creates this lusting, right? And in this negative abrasive feeling. Now, the triangulations, the trines, they're triangulations. It's a return of something, that you probably didn't process correctly, a return of something that you didn't work through correctly, or a return of something that you didn't close correctly in your life. Now, what I'm seeing here is the Venus and Aries is this energy of, I want to say, lust returning to you. This can be a person that lusted over something that you had, like a job or a partner, or I don't know, your looks, right? Returning back with you, to you with this like motive with Sagittarius, like with a straight shooting arrow of, maybe the last time I didn't get it, but this time I for sure will because I need it and I want it and I want it now. Okay. It has strong envy, strong lust energy, strong I need it and want it now. Now, that's them. In your aspect, you can use this energy for your greatest good, right? So you are in this energy of Sagittarius, which is you're being mindful, you're being very open, like a sage, trying to see very clearly the situations that are around you, and you're having your arrow ready to shoot at whatever comes in front of you if something happens. But then also with your energy being the trine in Venus in Aries, this is telling you that this energy that's triangulating back at you, this is a very strong energy for you to tell whatever person, place, thing, thought form, whatever is coming towards you, I said no. and create very healthy boundaries so that it has a really good understanding that I have drawn a line in the sand. And if you step into my lane, that is your consequences to your actions, right? So creating very defined, I will absolutely not allow you to trespass this line, is giving a good indication to the other people of your sovereignty, of your respect, and of your need for these boundaries. Now, if people are not able to respect those boundaries, then it's your job to either ghost these people so they're not in your life, block them from all your social medias, or move from a position that no longer serves you. Okay, when that parable that Jesus says that when somebody slaps you, you have to turn the other cheek and give them and turn the other cheek. Like, you don't have to hit them, you just have to turn the other cheek, right? People assume that what he's saying is like, put your face there so he can hit you again. No, he taught you that he will hit you. You will now establish very good boundaries and say, I will absolutely not allow you to hit me again. There will be consequences to that action, and then follow through in the consequence that you have stipulated, right? First time something bad happens, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Remember that. All right. I hope this helps you. Now let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, the 14th. The moon will still be in Sagittarius. So again, this is the energy of having wisdom of mind. This is also being directed, like pointing your arrow to a certain direction and making it move in that direction that you'd like, being very motivated in that. But this is also being armed for in case something happens, right? And then it has a triangulation, again, the trine in Mars in Leo. Do you see, like, the week has a lot of triangulation energy. So there will be a return back of many energies, okay? The first one were people that were lusting over your energy. Here, the Mars in Leo is people in their egoic mind angry at you for no apparent reason. So this is and this is the energy of anger. This is the energy of war. This is the energy of ego. Okay. And so what I'm seeing here is that people that felt like they lost a battle with you, felt like they should have won this argument with you because they were right and you were wrong, are going to have this rumination about, hey, this person did me wrong. And with all the fire inside of themselves, because keep in mind, Leo and Sagittarius are both fire signs. And then Mars is also the energy of war and fire. So there's a lot of fire here. So with all the fire within them, they are coming towards you in their masculine energy, confronting you. Now, this can be a person, this can be a memory, this can be whatever, because all of us are living different timelines and different realities at the same time. So just be very mindful that this energy is made to create confrontation and to like bring forth anger and a warlike energy. Now, how you can help yourself with this. So Sagittarius, again, is very direct. It's very positive in knowing wisely what it should engage with and what it should not. There is a lot of masculine energy here. So this is you standing your ground. This is you saying, I said no, right? Like we were discussing about on Tuesday. Keep in mind that until the 15th, the moon energy is very active. And I done told you that the moon energy was very negatively confrontational. And so this is one of those energies where you're creating a strong boundary, but this is also an energy of a lot of action. So this is when that person oversteps that boundary or that situation goes way beyond what you are permitting. This is for you to take action because masculine energy has a way of making us stand up, fight for what is ours, walk, do the work that we need to do so that we can move in this energy of safety. So whatever is calling you within yourself saying, I need to get up, I need to work out, I need to move from jobs, I need to get away from this family, I have to do this, I have to do that. Start listening to that and start actively using this energy of the fires to proceed in that movement, right? I just heard politically speaking, this is also the energy of fighting back. So just keep that in mind. The energy is all set up to create a masculine momentum to a situation. So however you would like to use that would be for your greatest benefit. All right. All right, this Thursday, which is the last day of the influence of that full moon, Saturn, the moon is still in Sagittarius, so still that fiery, direct movement forward energy. But now there's a square in Saturn in Pisces. So now we're stopping this whole triangulation thing where things are coming back at us, coming back at us, coming back at us. And now we're moving into the energy of the square. And the square is in the energy of Saturn, which is our restrictions, our limitations, our discipline, but in the sign of Pisces, which is our intuition, our emotions, and like I want to say our true sense of duality and the spiritual aspect or the emotional aspect. So this is a day where people are going to be stuck, I want to say, in their feelings and in their regret. So this entire week has been like slap, 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 attacking one person or attacking a situation, which then Thursday falls into, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe, I can't believe, I can't believe. Okay. Um, Try to allow yourself to be centered. Try to allow yourself to not fall down this rabbit hole. Um, for ourselves personally, the people that are not being abrasive and negative towards the people around us, and we're trying to keep the peace, this can be one of those things where you're starting to notice this day the people or the situations that you have allowed in your life that have been self-sabotaging you. It's going to bring you clarity about like the truth of people. Because the thing is that when people become very confrontational, when people become very ugly, you see their truth nature. Later on, they can say, I'm sorry, I wasn't right, I was going through a lot of stress and whatever. But you saw the true feelings of that person, the true situations that you were around, this trueness of everything this day. So because you saw that, you have the potential this day to decide how you would like to move your life in the future. There has been people, situations, memories, places that we hold on to that no longer serve us, but because of an emotional bond and because we feel like we owe this person or the situation something, that kind of stuff, we hold on to it way longer than we should. And so this week was kind of like one of those things of a wake-up call. It's not until the cage gets rattled that we realize that we're in one. So allow yourself to break free by seeing the truth, seeing the fact that the expiration date has come to its end, and it's possible for you to just let them go without guilt or without resentments or without anything, just knowing that it is just the time. You've learned what you had to learn, you grew what you had to grow in a situation, and it's time to move on. So I hope this helps you with your week and understanding why all these ugly, abrasive things were happening. Friday the 16th. Now the energy shifts as the influence of and the moon is coming off of the collective. And we're starting the entire energy with the moon in the sign of Capricorn. Now, besides the moon being in the sign of Capricorn, there's a trine, another triangulation, but this time it's not something towards you, it's more you towards something, in Mercury and Taurus. So Capricorn has a way of showing us like what we signed up for, right? The contracts that we agreed to, the commitments that we have on ourselves. It's kind of like the ball and chain that is around us, right? And then the energy of Mercury and Taurus is that hard talk, right? Mercury is all about conversation, but Taurus is all about confrontation. It's about breaking down those walls, saying what the truth of a situation, yada, yada. And so as we're looking at this combination for Friday, the entire week till Thursday was one where like people revealed themselves to us. And on Friday, we're seeing that ball and chain, we're seeing that contract, and we're seeing that commitment, and we're being compelled to really communicate truthfully to situations about how we no longer feel like this can work anymore, how we no longer feel that we can stay connected the way that we did, and how we need to move on. And so Friday feels like those hard conversations coming through now that you see the truth of the feelings of a person, now that you see the truth of the feelings of a situation, right? If this is more internal, just keep that in mind, because sometimes we hold on to versions of ourselves, we hold on to memories because they define us, even if it's a negative memory. And sometimes we have to allow a part of ourselves to die so that we can become something new. And I'm feeling that energy of like you releasing a memory from the past, a pain from the past, a situation from the past, and allowing yourself to transition to something new. So be very, I want to say, kind to yourself this Friday, because it does feel like a bit heavy. I hope this helps you. So we're coming down to the end of the week, and we're on this Saturday the 17th. The moon will still be in Capricorn. But now the sun is entering Taurus, and there's also a conjunction in Uranus and Taurus. Do you notice all the energy of Taurus here? Taurus is a stubborn energy when it wants to be, but when it wants to also create change, it is a very positive energy, because it's like the energy of breaking down walls. It reminds me of Ganesha. I'm actually seeing an elephant in my head instead of a bowl. But we were talking on Friday about how Capricorn is all about these commitments, these things that tie us down, these agreements and these partnerships that we have made, right? And we were talking about how we're having those hard talks with people. The sun in Taurus is like really seeing the truth behind everything, but it's also being very clear, being very truthful, being very transparent about things now, right? And Uranus is all about transparent about the things that you're going to change. It's not like, let's talk and see how we can fix things. It's like, thank you for revealing these last Monday through Thursday, all the ugly that you had, how much I was the bad guy of a situation, how negative you felt, how restricted you felt from me, how much you felt like I have stolen from you or taken from you in some way or another. Thank you. I didn't know that these are the feelings you had about me, or I didn't know that this is the way that you've been feeling, but I know that it is time for me to release you and this situation. I thought this entire time I was helping you. I thought this entire time we were working with each other, but um, sometimes too much help is just it creates an enemy instead of a friend. And so I've overstepped those boundaries, and this is how I'm going to change things. This is just an example that you might be going through. I'm just giving you so your mind can process what I was trying to tell you. So this is being very, very truthful about how you will be changing things, why you will be changing them. And it can be a conversation that you have with this other situation, or it can be a conversation that you have with yourself. Um, Sometimes if you're not able to talk to the actual person because it's not safe, because they're not safe, because it's not worth it, because it falls in deaf ears, sometimes the best thing you can do is write them a letter and then just burn it, because at least you got it out of yourself and it's not something that's going to ruminate in your mind. Okay. I just heard it's like a catch and release, like you're catching the thought in your mind and then you're writing it down so you can release it. So no, it no longer festers inside of you. So there is no more fear behind it. There is no more doubt, and there is no more feelings of regret, because you had that closure, even if the other person would have not heard it. All right. I hope this helps you. Now let's go to Sunday. Sunday, the 18th, the moon will enter the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius has a way of shining the light in the truth of situations. And then there's Mercury, which is all about conversations, will again be in Taurus. So really truthful, clear, transparent conversations. And then we have a square energy, which is like the wall that goes up with Mars in Leo. So, um, at times when we're being truthful, when we're being kind, when we're being courteous, when we're, I want to say throwing in the towel because we notice that there is no more need for us to fight, argue, whine, complain, or whatever on situations because they are just what they are, right? Um, there is this energy that comes out, and the energy is the wall that comes up. So this can be the person that doesn't want to hear it. This can be the people that just ghost or ignore a situation, right? Um, but the wall of Mars and Leo, it is this energy where the ego lines up with the energy of war, and they want to continue the fight because you have to keep in mind that fighting, even though it's a negative form of energy exchange, it's still an energy exchange. So this is like, I feel like after the 15th, the 16th, well, actually a little bit of the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th were all about, you know what, you're right. I'm the asshole. I'm this, I'm that. I have been trying to change you when you haven't wanted to change. I've been trying to push agendas that you haven't been really wanting. I notice that you're probably just anxious because of this or that or this other thing. But yeah, sure, I'll be that bad guy for you. But now I also realize through this exchange that we've had with each other that maybe this was not for us. Like I wasn't supposed to help you so much. I was supposed to allow you to go through all these things so that you didn't have somebody to blame and you don't have a finger to point at. You just realize that most of the problems, which is truth to everybody, is all about you. And me trying to save you or protect you or move you forward is not helping. And this is when the other person starts with their, you didn't understand me right. See, this is your problem. You always, right? And then they become abrasive because they're like, holy crap, I just like shot myself in my own foot. I lost the person that I constantly complain to and say that this is the reason for all my problems. Now, who am I going to try to scapegoat? And so this is when they start backpedaling, trying to fix the situation, but in anger, so that we can continue engaging this fight. And so for me, I feel like this day is one where you just let it go and let it be. It's like, the I am rubber, you are glue, and just move on. That's the reason why on Saturday, I did suggest that you guys just not have this conversation, just write it down and then burn it so you can have closure. Because sometimes our need for closure is our need to continue a narrative that no longer serves us. Okay, you already know how the person will react. You already know the words they're going to say. You already know their stupidity. So why bother wasting your breath, right? And so if you're engaging with this person again just to tell them your piece because you need closure, is because you want to continue that also. And so this is me restapling again. So let them talk. Slowly let them fill their mouth with all that bullshit talking about how it's you, and blah, 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 right? In the end of the day, you know your story. They know their story. They will continue their story no matter what you do. It's better for you to be in peace in yours. And so just, I think it would learn the art of walking away. And so this entire week was mostly for you to know that you've been retaining something that's no longer necessary for you to hold on to. I hope this helps you.